Hi everybody, welcome to the thumb. So my last video, anybody that watched it anyway, you're probably kind of wondering, some people might have been wondering what the heck them cotter pins were for. Here's what it was for. This is a fiberglass fence post, non-conductive of course, and they got pre-drilled holes in them. This cotter pin just goes in one of the holes. You bend that over to, hold it there. Run the wire through this loop that is on this cotter pin. That's what it's for. I just have to make like 1,000 of them. Could buy them, but really I get a lot of spare time in the winter, so that's what I'm going to do with it. The other thing I'm going to do with it is I've kind of worked on a couple of prototypes for it, but so the fence posts will have, or the fence will have 5 strands of galvanized wire on it, high tensile fence. Going to be electric, powered by 10-12 joules. That'll definitely keep the cattle in. It'll be a perimeter fence around the whole, basically around the whole farm. So as I'm moving cattle around, on the cover crops, and then, in the woods, ditch banks, whatever, I'll be moving the cattle around within this perimeter fence. But if they happen to get out of where I really want them to be, at least they won't end up in the neighbor's field or on the road or whatever. So that's what the perimeter fence is for. Going to be expensive, but it'll be worth it. Especially if it keeps the deer out. And that's as much of the idea as anything. I've got to get them deer under control. Just got to do it. So these prototypes that I'm working on, I'm trying to figure out, been researching, deer fence. When I say researching, I mean watching YouTube videos. So yeah, I kind of worked all morning on this one, which is basically just a piece of steel that goes over the end of the post, or top of the post, I should say, and hangs out. Put another one of those cotter pins there, run a fence through it. To make 250 of them, that'd be pretty time consuming and kind of hard on the equipment. I mean, for what it's worth. But I just happened to run across I think I actually tripped over this. It made me think about it. Yeah, I think this will work out pretty good, doing it this way. It'll give me a lot more options. I mean, with this, I can make it as long as I want, short as I want. Got 10-inch increments. I can raise, lower it, whatever. Still can use the hole for the actual fence on the main post, I should say. And I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to run one of the main sets of wire, run one of them like in a high visibility, poly wire. But I know the one on the end of the PVC here that'll be a poly wire. But the idea is, since deer can only see 2-dimensionally, it just throws their eyes all out of whack. So they don't really know, they don't have the confidence to jump the fence. I remember when my father-in-law pastured that part of that farm over there, he used to hunt there all the time. Fence was always up, of course. It was just barbed wire fence. I think he might have had hot wire in some spots, but mostly it was just barbed wire. But the deer would always, the does would go through the fence and the bucks would jump over. So I guess if nothing else, if I can keep the does out of there, since our buck-doe ratio is probably like 50-1, if I can keep the does out of the property, that'd be great. But if I can keep the bucks out too, that'd be great too. And, the does might even jump the fence too if they feel the need. But Anyway, so that's the whole idea. I'm leaning more towards this, mainly because of the length, and if I decide I want to make it taller, I can always just, add on to, the fence post is only going to be about 4 feet tall, so I don't know if that'll keep a deer out or not. So if I have to add on a foot or two, I'll have that option. And yeah, that's if you guys got any ideas, I'm all ears. Leave something in the comments or whatever. I don't care. If you don't think it'll work, I'm going to try it anyway, so don't bother leaving that comment. I'm going to have a lot of money tied up into this, and if it costs me $5 more to, make a bunch of these per post, it'd be worth it. An extra wire is just another couple $100. If it gives me that much more of a peace of mind, then I'll do it. There's still a lot of deer out there. Our county, I think the final tally was like 8,300 deer our county got. And we were like 1,350 above the next county down, but one night I was coming home and I saw 50 deer on one side of the road and 50 deer on the other side of the road. And 50 of those were eating my wheat. So there's still a lot of deer out there. So anyway, I was kind of stuck in the shop today. We're getting kind of a blast of snow. Sounds like we're going to get 10, 12 inches. So might be stuck here tomorrow too. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take her easy.